Looking down, what do you have in the feet? First impression.
It looks like I don't have feet.
Notice what you're looking down at. Describe to me what you see.
It looks like I have like wooden feet and they're pointy at the end.
As you see these wooden feet that are pointy at the end, notice, is there anything beneath them? Like a
Just
ground?
dirt, rocks.
Is this dirt, dry dirt, or wet dirt?
In between.
Is it dark or light, this dirt?
It's a light gray.
And the rocks, are they like little pebbles, little stones, or like bigger than that?
Little.
And the feet that you see, I want you to move up to the ankles and legs. What do you see on these legs?
They look like they're wooden, handmade, and it ends at my thigh or knee area.
Very good. And move up to your body. And notice what you have over your body. What does it feel like you're wearing over your body?
I just have a cloak or things over me to keep me warm.
And this cloak that you're wearing, is it new or is it worn and tattered?
It looks clean. It doesn't look worn out.
And does this cloak have sleeves to it?
No.
Look up and around you. And notice, are you inside or outside?
I'm outside.
Is it day or night?
The sun is setting.
Very good. Staying focused on where you are. As you immerse yourself into this moment, notice what's around you. What's the environment like around you?
There's, I'm sitting at an entrance of a building. It's all gray. And there was walls on the side where I'm sitting. I can see walls on both sides of me. And it doesn't look like anybody is there.
In this building, is it amongst like a township, amongst a village, or is it just isolated and standing on its own?
It looks dead. It looks... I don't see anybody.
And when you're there in this moment, this building, does it seem worn down, ruined in some ways, like a ruin? Or does it seem like, no, there should be some sort of function taking place there? Like it's a building that is of use?
It feels like it used to be, but now people have left.
Very good. And as you're there now in this moment, getting a better sense of yourself. Are you male or female?
Male.
Notice, are you by yourself or with others?
By myself.
And as you sit there in this moment, are you to one side of the building or to the other side? Are you kind of in the central area as you sit?
I'm off more towards the left side of the building, where there's a little ledge where I'm sitting.
And as you sit there, notice what you're doing in this moment. What are you doing? Feel what the body is doing.
I'm relaxed. I'm just thinking, just wondering about a way of life.
Interesting. As you get a better sense of yourself in this moment, I want you to get a sense of your hair, your face, And tell me, are you someone who's more like a vagabond type person? Or are you someone who just came to this place to rest and have some quiet time?
I stumbled on this place during my journey.
And I want you to continue to get as you get a better sense of yourself. Are you an old man, young man, adolescent, or younger?
55.
Very good. And tell me, are you a man of large build, medium build, or a small man?
Small.
And as you're there in this moment, do you feel powerful, or do you feel a little bit withered away?
I do not feel power, but I feel a little bit of like my energy is starting to get low.
Very good. And the wooden feet, the wooden legs, is this on both legs?
Yes, both.
I want to know what you do next. So if you would, just allow your mind to move your memory to the point where you move from the spot you're on. I want to know what you do. So as you drift to the moment where you move next, what is it you do next?
I wander around to see what this place was.
As you wander around, are you aided by anything that helps you walk?
I have a wooden stick.
And what does it feel like to walk on wooden legs? Notice.
I have adapted to it.
Very good.
But I don't feel whole.
Understood. And as you wander around this place, does anything catch your attention?
I'm fixed on that there's no life.
But is this place overgrown with like foliage and like trees and weeds that have kind of like a dead town of sorts?
I don't see anything overgrown. There's a hill over where I'm standing that I can see, but nothing looks overgrown.
Very good. And as you're moving about, allow your name to come forward. Feel it within you. What is your name in this life?
Mark.
Mark, if that changes, you let me know. Mark, I'd like you to move on to the next destination you go to beyond this place we've come to. So if you would, allow the mind to move your memory forward to the next destination you go to after having visited this place. And as your mind drifts you forward now, Mark, where is it you go next?
I go up to that hill where I can see this building, this area that I was just at. And I sit on the grass and I look down at it.
And what is it you see?
I see two walls with a building. Two walls on each side of the building. And there seems to be like an opening or like a gathering area for this building. In front of it, there's a gathering. Or used to be.
Used to be. Are you saying there's no activity taking place down there?
There's nobody there.
And the hill you're sitting on, is it like, are there trees on this hill? Or is it like an open space?
It's open, but there's two trees there's one far away from me and the other one's next to me.
What's this hill made of? Is it like grass of sorts?
It's just all grass.
And as you're looking down, the day around you, how does it feel? Is it warm? Is it cool?
It's starting to get a little chilly.
And I want you to notice, do you have anything on you that lets us know that you are wandering around, like a backpack or anything at all, like a bedroll or anything?
I have a little bag I carry things in. It's very little. I wear it over my shoulder.
Interesting. And as you sit in this hill, Mark, what thoughts come to your mind about the place you're in this moment?
Why did they relocate?
So really nothing much other than just curiosities.
Yes.
Very good. I want to move forward to the end of your day. I want to know where you go at the end of your day, Mark. Where you settle in. So allow your mind to drift your memory forward once again, Mark, to the end of the day we entered into. And as you move to the end of your day, Mark, notice, where are you?
I go back to my house. I'm actually sitting in the front. It's like a wooden house. It looks like almost like a hut, like I made it.
Does it seem like it's a stable building?
It does its job.
And as you're sitting there in this moment, what's it like around you?
It's dark. And I'm just sitting outside, just relaxing.
And what are you doing as you relax? Do you just have your hands placed on your lap? Are you doing anything?
I'm sitting with one leg up and one leg bent.
And as you sit there relaxing, Mark, in your place, notice around you, best as you can, are there other buildings around you, or is this an isolated home? What do you feel? What do you know, Mark?
There's nobody near me.
And at the end of your day, how do you feel, Mark? What feelings are within you at the end of this day?
That another day will be explored.
Tell me, Mark, what was significant about this day we entered into your life? How come this day?
Witness.
Witness. Clarify that for me. What do you mean by witness?
Change.
We'll find out more. I want to go back in your life. I want to go back to your childhood. To the time in your childhood, Mark, that set up all the patterns in your life that led you to this moment in your 50s, in front of your hut. The significant moment within your childhood, Mark. 3, drifting away from this time in front of your hut. 2, back to the significant moment of your childhood. And 1, looking around you, Mark. Notice, what are you aware of?
I'm about 4 years old or 5. And I'm playing with a soft figure, toy figure.
And as you're playing with this toy figure, notice the environment around you. What's it like? Are you inside or outside?
Looks like I'm at a store or in a building where There's tables.
Mm-hmm. Is there activity around you?
Outside the building.
I see. And what is the store that you're at? As you look around, Mark.
A bakery.
And as you're in this moment, there's nobody else in there with you in this moment?
I see a male figure. I'm assuming he's my father.
What's he doing?
He's rolling the dough.
Are you in like a back room or something, or are you in the front room where the store is? Or is it all the same room?
It's all the same room.
And as your father's doing this, can you describe him to me?
He has like a white, like apron-like on, but it seems like it's attached to his shirt.
Mm-hmm.
His sleeves are rolled up, and he's taking the time to look over at me to see if I'm okay.
And the bakery itself, the place itself, is it a place made of stone, of wood, of brick? What does it look like to you?
There's some stone tables and there's 3 windows.
Very good. And your father himself, is he a big man, medium built, or a small man?
Medium.
And when he looks over at you to check in on you, how do you feel as he looks over at you, Mark?
I feel safe.
I want you to notice your father, and as you do, sense his essence, feel his energy, his radiance. Is he familiar to you within the present lifetime? First impression. Anybody come up?
I feel like he was my brother.
Interesting, very good. Moving along in this moment, Mark, I want us to move to the event of the day we entered into at 4 years old in your life. So as I count from 1 to 3, allow your mind to drift you forward to the event of the day we entered into. 1, 2, 3. Looking around you. What's going on?
My father's selling the bread at the counter. And I'm just sitting and I'm bored.
So what happens?
I just think about what I'm going to do when I get older.
And what comes up in your little 4-year-old mind? What do you want to do when you get older?
Help others.
Interesting. I asked you to move to the event of the day, Mark. We move to this moment with your father selling his goods and you thinking about your life at 4 years old. Tell me, what's significant about this moment of your life that it affects the rest of your life?
I can't wait around. You must do.
Very good. So let's see where this feeling of urgency where that takes you in your life, Mark. So I want you to move forward beyond the age of 4 years old to the next significant event of your life. As I count from 3 down to 1, drift forward to the next significant event after the age of 4 within the life of Mark. 3, 2, 1. Looking around you, Mark, noticing where you are. What are you aware of?
I'm in my father's bakery.
And what's going on?
And I'm making dough. I like what I'm doing because it helps my father. But I want to understand more.
How old are you in this moment of your life, Mark?
17.
And you work in the bakery with your father?
Yes.
Mark, do you have both your legs at this point of your life?
Yes.
And as you're working with your father, liking what you do, but feeling like you want more, does this create any conflict inside you? Does this make you want to change things?
Yes, it wants me to go out and explore. I feel trapped, kind of confined, and
so what's the significance of this day we entered into then, Mark? How come we came to this day of your life as the next significant event after the age of 4?
that it's up to me to go seek.
Very good. I want to move forward once again, continuing to explore your life, Mark. I want to move to the next significant event after the age of 17, but prior to the age of 55. 3, 2, 1. Looking around you, Mark. What are you aware of?
I'm on the ground. It seems like something. I was run over by a wagon.
And where are you when this takes place?
I'm outside and in the market area, but it's not in the market.
And as you're on the ground, are there people around you?
Yes.
Trying to help you? And as you're on the ground, I just want you to notice the clothing they're wearing. Getting a sense of the time period you're in, Mark, even though right now you're hurt. And as you look at these people, noticing the clothes, perhaps hats or jewelry or anything else about them, what do you sense the year is that you're in, Mark? What do you feel the time period is? What comes up?
1833.
Very good. And as you're lying there in this moment, these people around you, are you near your bakery? Is this where all the shops are? Or have you left that and gone somewhere else?
This is in the same village.
And what takes place after this? Notice. What happens next? Continue to keep me aware.
A few people helped me up to bring me back to my father's. I have 2 people on the side of me holding me up.
And do you identify any of these people within the present lifetime that are helping you? Or is it just 2 people? First impression.
I feel like one of them is my best friend.
Noticing that one, which one would that be? To your right or to your left?
She's on my right.
And as this one lifts you up, is it a man or a woman that helps you in this moment? On your right-hand side.
A woman.
Mm-hmm.
She's short.
And as they help you over to your father, do you get there? Are you able to make it in there to your father's place?
Yes.
Is this the point where you lose your legs, Mark?
Yes, they have to take them.
And in this moment, beyond anything else, I want to get a better understanding. How come this is a significant event in your life? What happens from this? How does this affect you?
If I don't seek, something will push me to seek.
Interesting. I want to go one more time, Mark. I want to go beyond this moment of your life to find out how it is that you ended up living in a small hut by yourself in your 50s. So go to the moment where a choice, life circumstance, event, whatever took place beyond the moment of you losing your legs, where you decide to move off and isolate yourself from society. So allow your mind to drift your memory forward now, Mark. And as you drift forward to the moment that preceded you leaving to go live in that hut, tell me, what are you aware of? What's going on around you?
I see myself at my father's place, but he has already passed. And I just gave up. I didn't want to do this anymore.
How old are you in this moment of your life when you decide you don't want to do this anymore?
46.
And notice what you do at that moment. Do you remain where you are and just become aware of this realization, or do you move off, close up shop, and walk away? What do you do?
I sell the place to somebody I know.
And allow your mind to drift you through the events that brought you to the moment at the age of 55, when you were there in front of your hut. And just continue to keep me aware, almost like a fast forward through the events. How is it that you came out to be where you are at the age of 55? If you'd like to, find yourself back in that front area of your hut, sitting there during the evening at the age of 55, thereabouts. And you can easily reflect back over the years from 46 to then that brought you to where you are. Tell me what took place.
I decided to, this time, not be stuck in one place, but use this hut as a temporary place to come back to if I needed. But I would wander off.
And when you wandered off, would you use an animal or would you just start walking?
I would just walk.
I see. And your loss of your legs never stopped you from wandering off?
No,
Did it keep you limited, though, as far as how far you can wander off?
no.
And as you're there now at 55, having reflected on the day, how do you feel about your life in this moment, Mother? As you sit there by yourself?
I feel a little lost, like I don't really know what I'm here for.
There you go. I want to move forward one last time. I want to move to the last day of your life and the life of love. As I count from 3 down to 1, move to that last day within the life of love. Tell me everything going that's on within and around you. As I count 3, drifting away from the moment of 55, 2 to the last day within the life of Mark. And what? Looking around you, Mark, what are you aware of?
I'm at the edge of a cliff. It's really high up.
Is it day or night around you?
Day.
And as you stand on the edge of the cliff, are you facing out, as if you're looking out over the cliff? Or you're walking along it?
I'm walking along. I have this image that I fall.
Move to the moment just before you fall, Mark. Do not fall as of this moment. And as you're moving along inside of you, and first thing, how old are you in this last day when you lose your life and falling?
63.
And as you're walking along this moment, tell me, how do you feel prior to falling?
I feel like I have to get to the other side, or I have to be somewhere.
And the feeling that you have to be somewhere, I want you to identify how come you have to be somewhere. First thought, how come you have to be somewhere? What comes to mind?
I have to be somewhere before it gets dark.
Very good. Now, Mark, move up to the moment just before you fall. Just before you slip and fall. In the moment just before you slip and fall. Tell me what's taking place.
I just see myself hanging onto a branch right now.
And as you're hanging, do you know that you're going to fall?
Yes, I've already slipped. And I'm just holding on with my right hand.
And notice the thought within you as you hold on with your right hand. What thought's within you before you lose your grip?
That I'm ready.
That you're ready. Ready for what, Mark?
Ready to let go.
And notice what happens when you let go.
I see my body at the bottom.
And as you look down at your body, or as you're released from the body, noticing the body that has fallen, looking down at Mark in this moment, tell me, even though his death was tragic, how do you feel about him? How do you feel about your life as Mark?
He should not have went off alone. He was supposed to have people around him.
And notice, as you have that thought moving through your mind, that he was not meant to be alone, he was meant to have other people around him. What effect does that have on you with that awareness moving through you? That he did not have other people around him. Notice what you carry with you as you have that thought inside.
That I'm unable to seek.
Understood. As you look down at the body of Mark still, what feels fulfilled from his lifetime? What feels accomplished?
He was not afraid.
No. What held him back? How come at 17 he just didn't go off and choose to explore at that age? What held him back?
To help his father in the business.
How come he felt like he had to stay there to help his father in the business?
For his father to be happy.
For his father's happiness. What feels unfulfilled from his life? What feels still undone? Unfinished?
Mission to seek.
Very good. And before you move further along, I want you to notice as you see him down below. Do you leave with any regrets from his lifetime?
It was supposed to be a vision to gather the ones around.
What happened to that vision within the life of Mark as you've now left his lifetime?
It's not fulfilled.
Going to count from 1 to 5. As I do, you may lose sight of the life and body of Mark, but not going any further as you expand your consciousness into the highest level of your being at the count of 5. You'll be unified with the mind and being of you as soul, allowing the intuitive nature of your spiritual mind to speak through you with ease and comfort. Starting at 1. Open your mind now. Expand it into the highest level of your being. 2. Bridge the connection now between the highest aspect of self and yourself. 3. Draw this higher aspect to you, allowing it to become present within the life and being of self. 4. Unifying your identity now as self and soul. And 5. What was it you set out to learn from the life of Mark? What was the lesson of that lifetime?
Seek.
What is it from the life of Mark that you ended up understanding about this lesson? What did you learn about this lesson?
Seek the ones around you.
Did you fulfill this lesson within the life of Mark?
No.
Then how is it that this lesson is either being worked through or advanced within your present lifetime?
Continue. To seek.
And what are the challenges you have brought with you in this lifetime that challenge the fulfillment of this lesson?
To learn what Mark did not learn.
And what is it that Mark sought to learn in his lesson? What was he seeking to understand?
The connection with others.
What's the intention of the lesson of connection with others? What purpose does it fulfill?
Ignite the light of the one.
And how is this significant for you on your journey through lifetimes?
Remember the importance to work together.
Last question. How does the life of Mark contribute to the knowledge already gained from the prior two regressions? Go deep within now. How does Mark's life contribute to this knowledge? And what comes through?
Seek the way you don't see.
Seek the way, don't. What was that?
Seek the way you don't see.
Seek the way you don't see. Very good. By doing so, what happens to the present lifetime?
Happiness in realms
Very good. Very good. You did very well. You can soften now. And you'll gain greater understanding, greater insights, and greater realization as the lessons from Mark's life and the knowledge gained from the prior two regressions continue to help you enlighten to the path you are on and the acceptance of the journey along this path. For there is no harm other than harm we create through the conflicts that we create. Know that once you enter the path, it is to harmonize within and all that which is around you.